Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. This is actually the second time that I have tried to do this video. And it's making a simple cover out of a box. And the first time I shot it, don't know what went on, but evidently my camera didn't like it and had issues. And this was the one that I had made on camera that didn't get loaded for obvious reasons, and it's just a simple cover. Now, we all have those scraps of paper lying around that just aren't big enough for anything because of their long skinny pages we've torn off or whatever. And all I did with these, I put them all together, sewn them up, and this is the only place where my stitches would go all the way through. And that doesn't really bother me because I'll do an elastic cording on here to hold those in. But, and that's fine. But what I wanted to show you was we don't always need chipboard and all these fancy things to make a simple cover. This is, as you can see, a box of chocolate covered cherries. I love the dark ones. I got this for Valentine's Day. And I cut off where, the sides of the box, just left the top, the bottom, and one back. And that's basically all we need. Just some. Now on this, because the cardboard on this box is kind of flimsy, I am adding a piece of cardstock, but just to the spine there, and that's just to reinforce it. And that's basically, my cover. Nothing fancy, but I wanted to show you an easy way of putting it all together. So, first things first, all I'm going to do is glue down this piece of heavy cardstock. And I do this mainly so that it would just reinforce that spine some, because I'm actually going to sew my signature in when I get it done. I press that down good. And as you see, the box still folds, and that's just to reinforce it. Put my lid on that because it will end up going all over. Now, I generally like to make this part my inside and this my outside, and it doesn't matter that that's put on there. But my next step is when I go to sew through here, yes, it's going to be, kind of hard sticking my needle through, but that's not going to be a problem. But I don't want my threads to tear the cardboard. So my next step is I take some tie-back tape. Now, what I did, the box that I have this in, because those of you that have worked with this tape know how sticky it is, I simply took a full sheet of the double-sided sticky, put it on cardstock, but I did not peel off. You see, this is scrapbook.com. I did not peel off the backing on this because this doesn't stick to anything. So I can easily put that in and out. Another thing, when I always put something under the edge, this has got a paper clip. Because if not, I'm going to have a hard time, excuse the noise, getting this off. Now, see if I can, hold on. Let me flatten this out some more. That's better. Now, I'm just going to come on here and lay that right over, trying to get it in the center. But if it doesn't make it, that's okay. It's just reinforcing that back. And then I'm going to take my paper clip, stick it under there, and reach back here for my big pair of scissors. cut that off. And see, now when I go back, I can easily get that off just by pulling up the paper clip. Put that back in my non-sticky box. Get that over there. Peel the whole thing up. This is why I love a glass craft mat. And I'm just going to fold that over there. Just like that. And there. Now I've got my backing reinforced. And let me see. I had some paper here ready. And this is just a regular, it was a very big sheet of paper. I cut it in half. And put that over there. And what I want to do is, on my front, is I'm going to cover it. But what I'm looking for is to see what would be the best area to do that with, where I have enough margins, but I'm not, you know, wasting paper. So it seems like I'll be able to do this all with one sheet. I'll just fold that in half. Crease that there, and somewhere up here on my desk is my ruler. Ah, your desk is like mine. I start out with a nice big space, but before long it just, and it's a metal ruler, so I'll just slide to the end there. Now, I'm going to use this as my front, and the inside, that'll be my inside. So I'm going to come along here with just double-sided adhesive. Lay that down there, and then find out where Jack went. I have been plagued this whole winter with allergies. Excuse me. Oh, and they got hold of me first of the week. I thought, oh, I'm not going to tell you what I thought, but I had so much trouble breathing. It was ridiculous. Now, I'm not, or should I? Yeah, I'll do it anyway. I wasn't going to put double sticky tape on this, but hopefully it will hold on that tie back. If not, it's okay, because it's going to get covered up in the end eventually. Burnish that down and come in with, get this tape off here. Come on, off. Put in my trash can. There. It's off. Now, for my glue. And for this, I'm using Fabri-Tac because it's a silicone glue and I don't want any buckling in my cover, which is what will happen if you use a water-based glue. So, put that down. Now, take my paper and lay it just shy. And yeah, I got it on one side's thicker than the other. Or not thicker, but goes out more. But it's okay, it's all going to get covered up. No biggie. And see, I've got more on one side than the other. That's okay. Now again, I think I would lose my head if it was not attached. I just had my ruler. And I've got papers going everywhere. It's one of those days. It's one of those days. I'll simply tear off that corner. I'm leaving a little space there. I'll come over here and do the same on this side. that back up there. Now what I like to do to make sure things stick is I'm going to come back around here with some double-sided tape. And just put that down. Because I want this cover to last. I don't want it, you know, excuse me, to fall apart. I want this, you know, to be there for a while. I mean, it's not going to last forever, that's for sure, but this makes it last probably as long as I can. Now, I'm going to take my sides and fold them over so that I get it right up against, and I could probably do it this way because this cardboard is thin. And then come down here and fold this one. But now on these sides here, I want to make sure that that part goes in. Because that will show. Alright, let's do this small side first. I'm going to come back here with my glue. And it's really quite simple. Once you've made, you know, a couple of these, you'll see how simple and easy it is. And now my other side. Did I put tape? Yeah, I did put tape. It's hard to see white on white. Oh, off of there. Move those off. Back in here with my glue. Oh, yeah, there it is. Come right along that edge too with your glue. Hold it in. Tucking these in as best as possible. And then I'll do my flap. Being left-handed, I would normally start taking my tape off on this side and going that way. But I'd get my hand stuck in the tape. I put glue down here. And then fold that up, making sure I tuck in my corners. And there. One side done. Now, you can see where the glue was. It looks a little mottled. I'm not sure if that's coming through there. But I'm not worried because there's going to be a cover on it. This is just like my base paper down here. So, I'm going to come around and do the same to the other side. That wind is really blowing out there tonight. It's actually blowing against my fan. I have a fan in my window that's right there. Down here. And stick my tape here, down at the end, and there. Come in and burnish it down. And then back with pokey tool, get these tapes off. There, and glue. Now, my other small sheet. See if I can't get this a little bit more even. Oh, still too much down there. Oh, that'll work. Smooth out my ridges there. Turn it over. Tear off one corner. Come in here with this one on this side and tear off that corner. I have paper everywhere. Now, back with our tape. Now, I haven't fast forwarded this at all, so you're getting to see, you know, in real time just how quickly these covers come together. Like I said, all the tape and glue may seem like overkill, but I haven't had a cover fall apart on me yet. Now, this goes there. Just like that. We're going to come in here and pre-crease our sides. And then come down this way. Just like that. And then tape and glue. Comes off. I wish they had the little pull top on these smaller bottles. Ain't go down in the crease too good there. But one side. And two sides. I try to give that glue a good smoosh as I go. Did I take? I didn't take tape off. I get on a roll and I forget. No harm done. It's off. Oh, that did not. There, that's better. From here on this side. It was so nice today. We got up to 75 here. Only now we're going down to the 30s tonight. Go ahead. Amora wanted out from under my desk. Had to scooch over and let her out. Amora is my puppy. She's 185-pound Alaskan Malamute. So there's my inside, and there's my outside. Now I'm going to go ahead and crease this again. And you see how simple that was. Now I can come here and cover the inside and the outside. But what I want to do here is I'm going to go ahead and cover this part. I'm off. Just me a piece that's somewhat where I want it. I want enough of an overhang on this. And just take off that part. And it will come in the inside a little bit. Ooh, not that much. About to there. Yep, about an inch down on this side. Tear that off. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tape this part. That down there on one side. I'm going to come back here on the other. Just up like that. Burnish each side down. And this is the way I like to finish off my covers on the outside. But then that's just me. Go ahead and put tape, sticking to it. And then make sure I get a little extra down here on the Tyvek. Now, hold this up and try to center it. Let me see if I can, if it's this better this way. About there, good enough. Press that down, bend over my edges, and bend over that edge. Flip the whole thing over to give it a good burnish. Now, as you can still see the Tyvek coming through there. That's okay, because it will end up getting covered. Now, I'm going to come in here and just, let me see if I can do it better with my bone folder. Recrease those corners. Well, not the corners, but recrease. Oh, tongue-tied. Right in there. And you're going to see some puckering, but that's normal. That's because everything's still wet. So, when all in all, that will be my cover. So, I'm going to let this lay flat so that all that glue can dry. And then what I'll do is I'll come in with a front panel and a back panel, and then I'll put one that will overlap here, my front and back, so that I've got a nice sturdy thickness here for sewing in my signatures. Now, since we have to wait for this to dry, that will probably be another video. Well, not probably, it will be. But as you can see, it only took a few minutes. And there I've got my cover made. So I can come in here, I can do whatever I want to in the back. I may cover it in material, I may use cardstock. I don't know yet. But as we decide, we'll end up doing that. But there's really not much else I can do at this moment, because I do have to wait for this glue to dry. And I like giving them overnight to dry. So next video, we'll go from here and I'll show you how I finish up my cover. So if you liked what you saw here today, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time here in the Dragon's Den. Bye, everyone.